The Tineco S9 Artist Steam might be the nicest looking wet and dry vacuum out there, but does it perform as well as it looks? Let's find out more. When we first look at the Tineco S9 Artist Steam, the first striking thing is its design. It really looks unique and very different from most, if not all, wet and dry vacuums out there. It has a very streamlined appearance with what they call a 3D dynamic display, and it just looks really, really nice. It also has one of the nicest screens that I've ever seen on a wet and dry vacuum. The screen is not only aesthetically nice with animations that show you the different modes, but it's also very informative. For example, if you have the machine on the drying cycle, it's going to tell you what it's doing, and it's going to show a countdown timer to tell you how much time is left in that cycle. Similarly, it's going to tell you what's wrong with the machine or what it is asking you to do. For example, after the cleaning session is done, it's going to tell you to empty the dirty water tank. It's going to show you an animation of where the water tank is and what you need to do. Having said that, there is another striking thing as soon as you use it, and it is its weight. It is strikingly heavy. With a full water tank, I weighed it at about 7 kilograms, and without the water tank, it was about 5.6 kilograms. So it is on the heavier side of things, and I immediately noticed that as soon as I started using it compared to other wet and dry vacuums or steam wet and dry vacuums that I've tried. However, what works in its favor is the motorized wheels, and I think they did an excellent job in that implementation, and I think it has significantly improved over the earlier generations of motorized wheels that we saw on Tineco wet and dry vacuums. The fact that the wheels are motorized, it means they're going to assist you in both the pushing but also pulling motion, making maneuvering this much easier. The head also swivels significantly, which is also a nice improvement, and I found that despite its weight, maneuvering this machine was fairly easy and was not cumbersome or fatiguing. The clean water tank, which has a capacity of 1 liter, that's pretty decent, is also at the base, which is good because it results in a lower center of gravity, making maneuvering this easier. But also, as it sits right on top of the roller brush, it helps exert some more downward pressure on the brush roll to help clean better. The dirty water tank also has a decent capacity at 750 milliliters. In terms of cleaning modes, it has an automatic mode, and that mode relies on sensors to detect the degree of dirt that you are picking up and adjusts automatically the cleaning power. It also has a suction mode that you can use to dry out your wet floors, so that mode does not dispense water. There's also a maximum mode, and this is a turbo mode that kicks the machine into higher power. And as this is the Artist Steam, it has a steam mode. The machine takes a little under a minute to start generating steam, and this is the key advantage of this machine. Steam can help loosen grime or dirt or grease and improves dirt lift without the use of harsh chemicals, and we'll see that a bit later in the cleaning tests. Before we move on, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. In terms of battery life, it also has upgraded batteries. It has a runtime of up to 75 minutes and up to 30 minutes in steam mode, which is pretty impressive. It also has fast charging. It can charge at 2 amps and give you a full charge in about 2 hours, which is also pretty impressive. It claims to have an anti-hair tangler brush, and again, we'll see that in the cleaning tests. And speaking of, let's jump right into those. For the first test, coffee dried over 12 hours. As you can see from the first pass, it got all the coffee out. And here you can see its edge cleaning capabilities and performance. And as you can see, it did a very good job at getting extremely close to the edge, so I was quite impressed with the edge cleaning performance. Next up, dried ketchup again over 12 hours, and this is a very tough stain to get out, and it usually requires many passes. And to illustrate what I mean, I first went over that stain in auto mode, so it was simply using water, and as you can see, it took many passes before it got the stain out. And the second time around, I activated steam mode. The machine starts preparing steam, and the lovely little screen shows you a timer that tells you the progress. And in about a minute, you start getting steam out of the nozzles, and as you can see, it was faster in lifting up that stuck on ketchup stain. It still required several passes, but less than the amount of passes it required in auto mode. I did check with my thermal camera the temperature at the nozzles where the steam was being generated, and it showed about 65 to 70 degrees. Now take that with a grain of salt. Thermal cameras are measuring the surface temperature, and the steam is probably a bit hotter, but by the time it's mixed with the cold air, it's probably losing a couple of degrees. Next up, milk and cereal, and again, from the first pass, it gets everything out with absolutely no issue. The dirty water tank has a filter to catch the solid debris so they do not get mixed up with the liquid. It does an okay job, not the best that I've seen, but at least it has that filter. Some solid debris still falls through the crack, so it does an okay job over there. Once done, you put the machine back on the base and start the self-cleaning and drying session. I think it did a fairly decent job at getting the ketchup out from the brush roll. Again, not the best that I've seen. And after the cleaning session that lasts about 4 or 5 minutes, it starts automatically drying the brush roll, and that is a 5-minute session. A small note here, unlike many other wet and dry vacuums out there, we do not have the option with the drying cycle to have a fast and loud one or a slow and quiet one, as many other manufacturers do. You only have one drying session, and that is a 5-minute, pretty loud drying session. And at the end of that 5-minute session, the brush roll was not 100% dry. It still felt a little bit moist, not a lot, and I don't think it's going to be consequential. But just to note that despite the loud 5-minute drying session, the brush roll was not 100% dry. A small discovery here, which I wasn't very happy with, you can trigger just a drying session without going through the cleaning session by pressing and holding the button on the machine. However, that triggers a 3-minute drying session and not a 5-minute drying session. And since the 5-minute session was barely enough to get a dry roller, the 3-minute session by itself is definitely not enough. So you either are forced to run a cleaning session followed by the 5-minute session, or if you don't want to clean a brush roll, for example, if you just dried your floor that had water on, you can trigger that 3-minute drying session, but likely it's not going to be enough. So you're going to have to do it a second time for a total of 6 minutes. Not a major issue, but I wasn't very happy or pleased with that implementation. I haven't spoken to Tineco about this, but if I was to guess, I think the reasoning behind that was in case the 5-minute drying session was not enough, you can then trigger another 3-minute drying session to complement the first one, which is fair, but there are use cases, at least for me, where I do not want to clean the brush roll. I just want to dry it, and 3 minutes are not enough. And next up, the anti-hair tangle test. I put some strands of hair on the floor, and to my disappointment, it was not tangle-free. As you can see, there was still strands of hair tangled on the brush roll. Now, this could be considered as a stress test, as there was a lot of hair on the floor and they were long strands. So potentially in regular use cases in everyday life, you may not get tangled hair. So this might not be a big issue. However, I've seen other wet and dry vacuums that are completely tangle free, even when I throw at them double or triple the quantity of hair that I put. So one thing to mention here, if your household is prone to having a lot of hair and long strands of hair, you may get some tangling on the brush roll, as it was not 100% tangle free as I had hoped. So that's it for me and the Tineco S9 Artist Steam. My thoughts: it's a good machine. It's a very good machine. However, my issue with it, and this has generally been my impression with a lot of the Tineco products that I've reviewed, they're generally really, really good. However, they're quite expensive for what they offer. So value for money, at least in my opinion, is usually not great. And this is no exception. You can usually find in the market other products that are better priced and offer even more features. And I'm actually thinking of the Roborock F25 Ultra, which I did review on the channel a couple of months ago. And come to think of it, that this actually could be an interesting comparison video. So that's going to be my next one. I'm going to do a comparison video comparing the Roborock F25 Ultra to the Tineco S9 Artist Steam, both steam wet and dry vacuums. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel to get notified when I release that, or if by the time you're watching this video, I had already released a video, I will put a link to it over here. That's it for me. I'll put links in the description to the product page of the Tineco S9 Artist Steam. If you do decide to purchase this machine, I would appreciate if you would go through these links. They are affiliate links and I may earn a small commission at absolutely no extra cost to you, but this will greatly help support the channel. Thanks for watching. And again, if you liked the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, cheers.